Brace yourself, you're about to feel the learn so hard. Hello world, it's Siraj, and the question I get asked the most, by far, is how do I get started with machine learning? I've created a 3-month guide to help you go from absolute beginner to proficient in the art of machine learning, and I'll describe it in this video. It's for those who can only dedicate part-time to learning, since you either A, have a job, or B, have to go to school. But if you're able to go full-time, you could complete this in half the time. This is something that I create for myself if I were to start learning AI today, but I'm open sourcing it for you to help you out. Let's start by looking at the hiring page for DeepMind, arguably the world's leading institution when it comes to publishing state-of-the-art AI algorithms. If we look under the research engineer position, we'll see a description for what it takes to be a part of the team responsible for AlphaGo, the DeepQ network, and WaveNet, each of which revolutionized the field of AI. The minimum qualifications are having a bachelor's in computer science or a related field, strong knowledge of Python, machine learning, and algorithmic design. No need to have a PhD or have published a ton of papers, even under the preferred qualifications. If we were to create a pie chart to try and understand the necessary topics for machine learning, it would look something like this. 35% of it would consist of linear algebra, 25% would include probability theory and statistics, 15% would be calculus, another 15% would be algorithms and complexity, and the last 10% would be dedicated to data pre-processing knowledge. We can build our own curriculum around this chart. But wait, where to begin? I've divided this curriculum up into 3 months. The first month consists of math and algorithmic complexity. The second month consists of machine learning. And the third month consists of the most popular subset of machine learning, deep learning. But before we begin, I want to first say that one of your daily tasks should be to keep up with the field. So here are the best resources to do that. First is my YouTube channel. I'm going to be pushing AI content here nonstop every single week. So hit the subscribe button to get notified of new content if you haven't yet. Next is the machine learning subreddit. It's a place where people working both in academia and in business on ML share their findings. Twitter is also a really underutilized resource. Twitter acts like a learning feed if you use it the right way. Follow really smart people, and scrolling down your feed, unlike most social platforms, won't drain you. In fact, it will enrich you with knowledge. ML researchers love to use Twitter. There are some really good academic debates that happen there as well. Some examples of researchers I follow are Ilya Sutskever, Trent McConaughey, Andrei Karpathy, Andrew Trask, Peter Abil, Chris Olah, and Nando de Freitas. There are many more. I'll link to them in the description. Hacker News is another must-have. The audience is well-versed in the technical details of the topics mentioned, so you know that only the best arguments rise to the top. All of the resources I suggest are going to be video-based. I just learned so much better using videos and short-form written content on the web than by using a plain textbook that just lists equation after equation after equation with no real life application. Now, on to the first month, learning the math. We'll start with the portion that makes up the most of machine learning, linear algebra. One of the most popular courses on MIT's OpenCourseWare website is the linear algebra course taught by Gilbert Strong. He's got a kind of infectious enthusiasm for this stuff, and there are 35 video lectures available on YouTube as a playlist. Watch each one at 2x speed if possible, 3x if you can handle it. Take the time to handwrite your notes as you watch. Not necessarily for your record, but just to ingrain what you're learning into your head that much more efficiently. Studies show that taking notes by hand really does enhance your brain's ability to retain the concepts you're learning. Then you can move on to calculus. 3 Blue 1 Brown has an incredible playlist called The Essence of Calculus. Grant's a friend of mine, and I can vouch for his work. He'll teach you calculus in a way that makes you feel like you could have invented it yourself. And when it comes to probability and statistics, edX has a really good course called The Science of Uncertainty taught by MIT. You'll also find an awesome course on algorithmic design and analysis on edX taught by UPenn. Dedicate a week to each one of these courses, even though they say they take longer. We're practicing what's called accelerated learning. 2 to 3 hours every single day of undistracted absorption. You are going to be like a sponge. Watch the lecture at a faster speed, take notes as you go, and complete one project at the end of every week, preferably one of the harder ones at the end of the course to complete yourself. Each of these subjects has a one-page cheat sheet you can find on the web anyway. Don't feel bad if you complete a course faster than what the authors suggest. Learning is just about downloading data into your brain. You can use tools to accelerate that process. Now we're ready for month 2, machine learning. I've got 3 playlists for you to watch in order. Learn Python for data science, the math of intelligence, and intro to Tensorflow. Then check out Udacity's free intro to machine learning course. It's pretty well made. For the next 2 weeks, you're gonna pick some cool machine learning projects to complete and code them yourself using Python. I've got a great compilation of ideas in the form of a GitHub link to help you. This is gonna help you develop a sense of when to use a specific machine learning model and how it would work for an application-specific use case. I also recommend participating in a Kaggle competition. It's a great way to learn and earn money at the same time. It's this ability to categorize certain types of problems, certain types of machine learning models that well-paid machine learning consultants provide for companies. If you can build this intuition yourself, you'll be much better off. I'd suggest picking and choosing 2 projects a week and building each from scratch. This will give you hands-on experience with the pillars of machine learning, including optimization, data pre-processing, types of learning, dataset splitting, and model evaluation. This is all about turning sponge mode into code, and a lot of the art of data science lies in the dozens of micro decisions you'll make to solve a specific problem. This is the perfect time to practice making those micro decisions and evaluating the consequences of each. Scikit-learn is a really easy framework to quickly implement some machine learning models. You'll find that over time, to complete a problem, you'll be asking yourself the same questions: how to best split the data, what are the best parameters, etc. At the end of this month, you should give yourself a final project, and that'd be to code up the simple gradient descent algorithm from scratch. It's the most used optimization strategy in machine learning. If you can code this from scratch, literally everything else becomes easier. All right, on to the 3rd month, deep learning. The specific algorithm, called a neural network, when given vast quantities of data and vast amounts of computing power, outperforms almost everything else almost every time, and that's why it's so popular. Check out my Intro to Deep Learning course on YouTube, then check out Fast.ai's Deep Learning course, 36 hours of high-quality lessons for free. For the last 2 weeks, just implement deep learning app after deep learning app. Over this time period, you should have at least 5 to 10 projects related to machine learning and deep learning on your GitHub. You'll be surprised how fast you can go from learning about simple perceptrons to state-of-the-art models. The difference being usually just a few minor tweaks in the architecture. The deep learning space as of now is rich with technical literature, and some of the best stuff is free. At the end of these 3 months, you should feel confident enough to take your knowledge and either A, work in the field as a machine learning engineer, B, start a consulting firm, or C, start your own product-based AI company. Just figure things out as you go. Stop telling yourself that you can't learn it or you're not smart enough. Remember, learning is a lifelong process. No matter how old you are or where you're from, you can get to the point where you can make an impact in this field thanks to the internet. And look, if you don't like my learning plan, make your own. Do what suits you best. And better yet, get a friend to commit to the same learning path as you. That way you can keep each other in check and not drop out. As long as you're giving yourself positive feedback along the way, you won't give up. AI is going to eat every single industry and change what it means to be human. It's all happening very, very fast. Either you understand it or you don't? Which side do you want to be on? Same. So get started on your learning journey. I'm rooting for you, wizard. Please subscribe for more AI and blockchain videos, and for now, I've got a course to launch. So, thanks for watching.